Hey, Cancer, what's going on? Welcome or welcome back to the House of Luminance, you guys. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into the love energies between you and your person, okay? Whomever that is, the person that you're most connected to right now within your heart and mind space. Let's go ahead and get into that energy right now. Energies for Cancer. And you guys, thank y'all so much for being here. I truly appreciate it for sure. All right. Okay, Cancer, so we have Observer coming out here as your central focus between the two of you. So you or them, one or both of y'all are like watching the other, okay? So somebody is definitely watching you, Cancer, all right? Or again, it could be the flip. You could be watching this person. You know what? This energy could be for the other person. So if there's somebody here that's connected to a Cancer, this could be your energies, all right? And then under the deck here, we have Winter, all right? So we have Observer and then we have Winter. So listen, let me tell you what I immediately feel right now. Cancer, I feel as though the energy between you and this person is probably very cold, all right? Maybe you guys don't necessarily say much to each other. You probably, you know what? I feel like somebody has the other person blocked, all right? And so the other person is watching just from like an anonymous profile, all right? You may have like a bot, right? Or somebody that you think is a bot, but they're watching you. You know, you may have them blocked, but this person is watching you from like a fake profile or, like an anonymous profile, right? That's the immediate energy that I get because I just feel as though with this winter energy, someone's giving someone the cold shoulder. Like somebody cut somebody off, and maybe it happened this past winter, and then since then, it's like it's just been, this person watching, and it feels like this person is watching Cancer. I don't think that Cancer is the one doing it, but it could be. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this energy here. I'm a little curious. What's under the Winter card? Communication, yeah. So communication is definitely going cold. Like I said, somebody took time to refocus. That could be you, Cancer, for sure. Refocus and release. Numbing. Listen. Okay, this is what I get for being curious. All right. Let's see how we can work this out. Winter, communication, refocus, and then release. Yeah. So Cancer, yeah. I'm really sorry. Like I don't know, I don't know how else to say this. It just feels like you have somebody that's watching you, and like they kind of everything else in their world is kind of numb to, or they're numb to it, right? They only get excitement from watching you. But I think it's probably because you may have cut this person off. You may have taken time to refocus your energy on something else. You may have taken the time to release this person from your energy. Maybe this person was like involved in things that it just wasn't, it just wasn't what you could get with anymore. I don't know how else I can say that. It just feels like this connection has been over for a while, at least for you. So I don't know if you know who this is. Maybe somebody might know who this, somebody here might know who I'm referring to. Shit, if I'm talking about the cross watcher, then hell, you probably here watching this reading right now, like, oh, that's me. I mean, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify some more here with the tarot. I just want one more shuffle. I'm hearing one more shuffle. All right. So with the crown here, yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, Cancer, you left this person alone. You left this person in, I want to say in the dust. Possibly, right? But you left this person out. Like you completely shifted, refocused your energy, went a whole nother direction. I feel like you did do the mature thing and communicate this, and you communicated this to this person, right? Before you just released them or released yourself. But I digress. You walked away, okay? You made a choice and you walked away because you were in search for something more, and for something greater, or at least maybe you were just in search for something that was just more befitting of where you were in your journey. Okay, yeah, we have the Knight of Swords, so I do feel like in the past, for sure, Cancer, this is confirmation that you did communicate this to this person. All right. I can also feel like if this is the person, right, like if this is the person that we're talking about, it feels as though like they may have taken that communication from you as like some extreme bad news. I feel like they took it quite hard. All right. I mean, and this is not your fault, right? Listen, you made a choice. People make that type of choice every day, right? I'm sure you've taken it hard as well with if people have ended things with you. It just feels as though this person took it kind of hard. They kind of felt like, they were just being swiftly cut out. Okay. So at the foundation here is the Magician. So yeah, Cancer, I think that what it was I think you were just really trying to again refocus your attention on something. I think you were trying to maybe take control of your life in a particular type of way. And it just feels as though again that energy, the energy of that person, the things that they were doing just did not align with where you were trying to take yourself and where you were trying to go. It just, I keep getting that. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like that choice that you made to move on, Cancer, it left this person feeling really, again, really like they took it down. They took it kind of hard, but at the same time, it kind of threw them into like confusion. Okay. Again, this is not your fault, Cancer, right? You made a choice for your life. It's just that this is just how this person took it, okay? Which they had a choice as well in that. They could have, and it feels as though this is what it was. It feels like actually when you left, it threw in their face all the stuff that, they need to refocus their self and attention on as well. Okay? And I feel like maybe they made you a focal point of their life. And so then when you decided to back away, it threw them into confusion because they had to find something else to refocus. And I don't think that they were able to do so in a healthy way. All right. What's under the deck here? The King of Wands. All right. King of Wands is coming out here up under the deck. Cancer, I'm gonna say it's possible that you probably could have met somebody that exhibits the qualities of the King of Wands. I also feel like this is you, Cancer, as well. This could be your energy. More specifically, okay, more specifically, I feels like this King of Wands is actually someone who came forward to provide you with an opportunity, and it could have felt like an opportunity of a lifetime. This does not have to it's not in any type of romantic way. It doesn't feel like in any type of romantic way, except this person did step forward here to maybe create a lane for you or to help you create a lane, maybe taught you or showed you a few things that would help bring forth the type of life that you want to have, right? So I feel it feels like this is somebody that you were inspired by. I feel like this person though here that you that you broke up with here in the past, I feel like they may have taken it really they may have taken it as though you were running off into the sunset here with this person, because I do sense that maybe that they were a little jealous of this person's energy. If you know who I'm talking about, Cancer, because it feels like that particular person was one of those people who just like they just couldn't get it together. Like they had a lot of I feel like they had a lot of coping mechanisms that were not necessarily healthy. All right, so let's go ahead and continue to clarify some of this energy here. I get this strange feeling, Cancer is like in the comments talking about like, I don't care. Like, what you telling me about this person for? And you don't have to. That's not the point. It's just the energy that's coming out. All right, one more shuffle. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay. Cancer, this is how I know that this is how I know that everything that this person is dealing with is just on them, because with this Queen of Cups, I've been telling you this whole time, like, it's not your fault that they took it so hard. It's not your fault that they, just became, like, in a way, low-key obsessive. It feels here with this Queen of Cups that when you ended things, when you made the communication, to them, of course, it kind of maybe felt out of the blue, right? But for you, it feels like it was something that you were considering for a long time. And I do feel like with the Queen of Cups energy here, can y'all see it? I feel like with this Queen of Cups energy here, I feel like you were as compassionate as you could be when it was, because and that's your energy. Like, I feel like you were as compassionate as you could be when it came time for you to let this person go. The Seven of Swords. I feel like this person may have had questions like, you know, I feel like for some of you during that conversation with this individual, it feels as though they may have thought that, you know, this was something you were plotting and planning. Like maybe you were like trying to plan an escape from them. Or maybe, again, this is also why they probably feel as though that you were, running off with somebody else here, because they felt like with this Seven of Swords energy that, you were doing something that was untrustworthy. Because again, to them, it came out of the blue and just threw them into confusion. But for you, Cancer, it's not that you were plotting and planning this, right? But you just had been having this feeling of just, you know, just not feeling fulfilled for a while. And an opportunity came along that you wanted to take. And it was in alignment with where you were trying to grow. So you refocused. The Page of Swords. Yeah, this person is definitely watching you. Again, it's just in line here. That Page of Swords energy. They're trying to gather as much information as they can about you. Listen, I would even say, Cancer, that this person may have, oh God, this person may have made, this person has become obsessive with trying to find out as much information about you and what you have going on, as well as maybe that other individual, that queen, like that King of Wands individual that popped up under the deck earlier. Like, they probably feel as though, you know They're trying to get as much information on them as well. Now, what they're going to do with this information, I don't know. Maybe they feel like they can use it to their advantage here somewhere with the Magician and the Seven of Swords. But whatever information they are able to get, I feel like if they're not pulling it, they're not pulling it directly from your page unless they're like stalking you from a different profile. But I feel like a lot of the information that they get maybe secondhand from friends of friends. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. I'm sorry, the Six of Wands now here. So yeah, I think that with that Six of Wands energy, this is you getting that recognition that you deserve. This is success. This is success. This is notoriety, right? This is what it looks like when you, you know, your little mini goals get into alignment into the bigger goal, and then that bigger goal is accomplished. I feel like this person is watching you live out your dreams, Cancer, and they're bitter about it. And not that they're bitter because they don't love you. I feel like they still love you. It's just twisted into this obsession right now. And they are just feeling as though like maybe they're feeling just left out because it seems like you began to win right as you decided to walk away. That's when you began to win. And they're trying to figure out what it is. And really all it is you just tapped into your magician energy. Okay. Under the deck now, yeah, we have the Tower. Okay. This Tower energy, I ain't gonna lie, is a little bit tricky, Cancer, because it does make me feel like this person could be reaching out to you. And if and when they do, it can feel as though they are, about to, you know, flip your world upside down. But actually, what it is I think I think what's happening here, Cancer, is that this person is going to be reaching out to you because they're desperate, because their world is flipping upside down, and they may not know exactly who to turn to because, Cancer, you probably were that you probably were their most emotional that you were their strongest emotional anchor that they had at the time before you decided to refocus your energy. I don't feel like you did this in any malicious way, Cancer. I think that you identified where a relationship ran its course and you safely and healthily communicated that you would be pressing forward, okay, and moving on. And this person just, they just really just were not emotionally regulated, and you were their emotional regulation, right? And then they just spiraled. It feels as though, but this person is watching you. They are watching your success, and it does feel a little bit creepy. I'm not gonna lie. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into the twin flame messages here because I want to see what this person could have to say to you right now. Like, I mean, they're watching you. Obviously, they should have something that they want to say to you, right? So let's see. What do they want to say to Cancer? Something flipped. They said, seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. Seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. So what it is here, Cancer, is like they're seeing your glow up. They're seeing your glow up, and it's kind of triggering. It's kind of triggering them right now because they are in an area maybe of stagnation that they can't really pull themselves out of. Let's get one more message. Your beauty still moves me. Okay, so this person is still very much like attracted to you, and so that's I'm gonna lie, Cancer. That's where it kind of gets a little creepy to me. I mean, not that people can't be attracted to you, Cancer, but this person, it just feels like you know, they still fantasize about you in certain ways, even though, you know, the connection has long been broken on your end. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. That got really long. I didn't mean for this message to get that long. Hopefully it was, you know, something that y'all can understand. I know I've been away for a little bit. I haven't posted in a while, Cancer. So, you know, just bear with me while I kind of find my flow a little bit. So thank you guys so much for your time. Take care. Bye bye.